Hello again. Today we are going to be making this cute little octopus, jellyfish. Isn't that so exciting? I love you guys and I love my subscribers. Let's get started. I'm going to be using this yarn because it looks most jellyfish-like. A 6mm hook, some safety eyes, and you can use black yarn if you want to make a mouth or put your own eyes on them. Oh, and maybe a yarn needle. I hate to say it, but we're going to start with a magic ring. Okay, I always have to chain one because I don't really quite know how to do it still, somehow. And then, once you have your magic ring, we're going to do 6 single crochets inside of the ring. So do your 6 single crochets, and I'll come back to ya. Once you have your 6 crochets, we're going to pull the ring. Ooh! We're going to pull it tight and hope it closes, which it did. And then for the next row, we're going to do an increase in each stitch. An increase means 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So it should be a total of 12. Do it all the way around. And then we will move on to row 3. Good luck, and don't forget, I love you. So far looking good. I'm going to use this as a stitch marker, so I don't want you to be confused. But for row 3, what we're going to do, we're going to repeat the same thing 6 times. We're going to do a single crochet, okay? And then we're going to do an increase in the next stitch. So 2 single crochets in the same stitch. We'll repeat that 6 times, and it should be a total of 18 stitches. 18 total. Hopefully yours is looking as good as mine. So for this next row, we'll do the same thing 6 times. We're going to do 2 single crochets, just 1 in each stitch. And then in the 3rd stitch, we're going to do an increase. It should be a total, what's 18 plus 6? It should be a total of 24 stitches all the way around. Let's do one more because I really messed up explaining that. So we're going to do single crochet, and then an increase, okay? I'll see you in a moment. Once you're done with your 24, we're going to repeat this same thing 6 times. We're going to do 3 single crochets and then an increase, right? I hope so. It should be a total of 30 stitches if my math is correct. Things are looking so good for us. So for the next 5 rows, I think we're just going to sit back and relax and just do a single crochet in each stitch around. So put on YouTube, use a stitch marker. It should be, oh my gosh, stop. Oh, there we go. It should be 36 single crochets in each row. And then once you guys are done with that, like about 5 of them, I think, I'll come and see you again. I already miss you, okay? Well, don't have too much fun without me. Okay, I'm done. I didn't mean to lie to you guys, but I did 7 rows, not 5. I did 7. I swear I would not lie to you. I didn't mean to, okay? Please don't unsubscribe. Okay, when you're done, though, make sure you cut it, and then we're going to tie it off, and then we're going to work on what is going to be the bottom part of our jelly. Oh, we're going to start with another magic ring, and then we're going to do 6 single crochets inside, just like how we made, what am I trying to say? Just like how we made the base of our jellyfish. Okay, so I'm going to go kind of fast, okay, because it's going to be just like our jellyfish. So make a magic ring, and then do 6 single crochets inside. Then we're going to close our ring. And then we're going to do an increase in each stitch. So total of 12 stitches, do 6 increases. After you do your 12, you're going to do the whole 1 single crochet, 1 increase all the way around for a total of 18 stitches. Then we're going to do 2 single crochets and an increase 6 times. For a total of 24. Next up, we're going to do 3 single crochets and then an increase, and I think that should make 30 stitches all together because we're going to do it 6 times. 30 stitches seems to be good enough for me, so I'm going to cut my thing and tie it off, and let's move on to the tentacles. Awesome. Moving on to the tentacles, we'll always start with a slip knot. Oh, I said that weird, sorry. Slip knot, and then for my first one at least, I'm going to chain 30, and then we can see what the length looks like. So for my first one, I'm going to chain 30, and then we'll see what it looks like. But don't worry too much. The tentacles, you kind of get to do whatever you want to do, but I'll show you mine. Well, I think I've changed 30. So when you're making a tentacle, the main thing is we're just clustering single crochets together. So this is how I do it. Usually, I just start in the second chain here, and I'll place 2 single crochets in the same chain. And then in the next chain, I'll place 3 single crochets. Why not? So 1, 2, 3, all in the same chain. And you get it twisty by doing a bunch of stitches all together. It doesn't, the yarn doesn't know what to do, so it just twists up. So in the next one, I'm going to do 2 in the same chain. And then I'll do 3, and then 2, and then 3, and then 2, and 3, and 2, and 3, and 2, and 3, and 2, and 3, and 2, and 2, until I'm at the end. So how about I just see you at the end, because it sounds like I'm going a little crazy. So I'm just going to do this and then show you what it looks like at the end, okay? Wait a minute, you guys. That was so easy and so cute. Okay, I'm really happy with that. When you're done, cut a long tail. And I forgot to tell you too. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you. Can you guys listen right now so I don't have to remake that part of the video? When you do your slip knot, make sure you leave a long tail behind here too, okay? See that? There's my slip knot. Leave a long tail because we're gonna tie this later, okay? Whatever, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's how you make one tentacle. Make a few, like, I don't know, I'm gonna make like 5 or 6 at different lengths, and then we'll assemble our jellyfish. Alright, so I just finished my tentacles. So now I'm gonna use this thing we made earlier. Remember when we made this thing? I don't know when, but we did. And I'm gonna show you how to connect them. Now, you guys do it however you want. I'm gonna do the longer ones in the middle. So I'm gonna take my little circle thing. I'm gonna decide where I want my thing. Is this making sense? Shove my hook through. And then remember we had these 2 long tails. Oh, let me get these out of here. We have these 2 long tails. We're gonna drag one in, one through. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. And then right next to that, you're gonna grab the other tail. And then, oh, guys, it's nothing crazy. We are just gonna tie a knot. If I could, tie it as many times as you want. And then now the tentacle's attached. Do you see that? So pick and choose where you want them. And, oh my gosh, am I yelling? Sorry. And then I'll come back and show you what mine looks like. Good luck. All right, I got all my tentacles attached. And now I'm just going to give it a nice little haircut so that these are not in my way. That was so satisfying. Okay, then next up, oh my gosh, let's add our eyes and our mouth if you want on the jellyfish. If not, skip past this part. Okay, I think this is where I'm going to put the eyes. So I personally went up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. And then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 stitches apart. Do whatever you want to do though, okay? This is your jellyfish. And these are 12mm eyes. Okay, you guys literally don't know what I just went through, but I'm not going to show you how to make a mouth because I can't. Okay, so look up a YouTube shorts if you need to make a mouth, but I'm not doing it. So now I'm just going to connect these 2 parts together, and then before I get all the way around though, sewing it, make sure you don't forget to stuff it, all right? I am horrible at this part too, so try your best along with me, or just stop the video because we're pretty much done. Just don't forget to stuff it. So I'm taking my yarn needle, and I'm just going to, well, I think when you start off, you go all the way through, and then you do it a couple times in the same stitch. Is this right? I like haven't sewn since like home ec in like 7th grade. So this is what I'm gonna do. Just a few to secure it. Maybe leave a long tail and we'll weave it in at the end, okay? So basically, we're just gonna sew around the bottom part and the top part, yeah, I mean, there's like no more explanation than that, right? I hope not. Sorry if you guys aren't following along. And then I'll meet you when you're almost to the end just to stuff it. Okay? Does that make sense? I'm honestly over it. That mouth thing really made me so mad. So, see you guys in like a couple minutes. Once you're like about here where you have a little bit of room, just make sure you stuff it. I don't like to do it on camera, but stuff it, but don't stuff it too much, okay? Well, to your liking. It's your jellyfish, okay? Do whatever you want, okay? Okay, but make sure you remember to stuff it. The reason I don't like to stuff it too much is if you stuff it too much, it like bubbles out. I like to kind of like squish it in, you know? So it looks like a cap more. I don't know. It's just my preference. Once you made it all the way around, how I usually finish it off is I just shove my needle through the thing. Oh, and it's okay. It's not hurting the jellyfish. Jellyfish will be fine. Pull it all the way through, and then you can cut it. Oh, but don't cut the jellyfish. Cut the yarn, massage it in, and you guys, I think we're done. This next part is optional. I don't like how it like sags down here. Like I want my jellyfish looking more like a cap. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a scrap piece of yarn, or a piece of yarn. Duh. Then my whole mission is to get this piece of yarn from the bottom to the top. Okay, just trust the process, okay? If you want to do this part so you can hang your jellyfish. So I'm going to go through the top of his head. Don't worry, he's okay. Straight down to the bottom. And guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. It absolutely does not need to be perfect. I'm going to grab my scrap piece of yarn. Just my piece of yarn. Oh my gosh, you guys are probably thinking I'm crazy. And pull it all the way through. And then, so that there's an end. See that? Then, I'm going to look at his belly again. Okay, you know what? Maybe don't listen to me. Just watch me. Then I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to shove my hook through just like the last one. All the way down. Doesn't matter really where it ends up as long as it's close. I'm going to grab the yarn and pull it all the way through the body again. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, this part's a little tricky. Okay, we're going to pull it all the way through. Now, we can tighten it up. And I'm going to make a knot. You can do whatever you want to do, okay? I don't care. I'm going to make a knot, though, so that I can hang it. And that's pretty much it. That's all I'm going to do. So, you guys can do that if you want. If not, I will not be offended. But that's what I'm doing. Okay. Yay! You cannot tell me that this little guy is not just the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life. Well, thanks for watching my video, and I missed you guys, and I loved you guys. And if I never see you again, I hope you have a good life.